I wasn't rushing on Elijah because no one was in the queue. Still gonna wait a little bit longer, see if more people come in. I see Elijah's in here. Who else is going to come in today? Get some help on the Martin Luther King versus Malcolm X debate. You'll be using this information. Hey Ponce, you'll be using this video and this information to help you write your CER next week. That's all you have to do next week, remember, is your CER paragraph. I'll post that today. I just didn't want people to be overwhelmed with work this week, so I'll post the prompt and tell you what resources you should use to write that CER. As always, I'd like 3 pieces of evidence to prove it, and I feel like you have enough resources to do that with. So you can even quote me if you want, or use this video stream as a source. Hey Majida. So you were supposed to watch 2 videos by today so that you could help out in the live stream and become the gritty guru. Remember, in order to get that free Grubhub or earned Grubhub meal tomorrow, you need to have been in both lives and completed the work for this week by 3 o'clock on Friday. Actually, I'm gonna make it noon on Friday so that I can get it out to people who want lunch. Hey Newsome. So first up, the first video was a comedy just to kind of get you engaged in the material. But it was a good take on who both of these people were. So video 1, the comedy hook, what are the main differences between 2 people can win this week. It doesn't mean 2 people will. If 2 people have gone above and beyond, then yes, 2 people will definitely win. I have funds for 2 people to win, but if 2 people have not gone above and beyond, then 2 people will not win. So again, what are the main differences between Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X? I asked you to list 2 main differences. So what were some of the differences between them? Pretty obvious differences. People in this group should be able to quickly answer that question. What's the difference between Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X? Again, remember, in order to win the Grubhub, you need to be able to react in the comments section. Yes, exactly. So one is saying we need to fight back, not just with peaceful means. And then the other one is saying, no, like the peaceful thing is not working. It's taking too much time. We need to fight back with violence, pretty much. We need to take a stand. So Malcolm X is saying we need to take a stand. Martin Luther King is saying we need to be more peaceful. So exactly, nonviolence versus violence. Did you guys see any other differences between the 2? Just to give you some more information, just a quick Google search and you get just some other differences between the 2. So I just added in Martin Luther King was born into a middle-class Christian family. We all know he was a reverend, was well educated, while Malcolm X was born into a poor Muslim family and hardly had any schooling. So that's the difference between the 2. Again, MLK was a proponent for nonviolence, wanted Blacks and whites to exist and work together. So he did a lot of things that made sure that white people felt like they could also be part of the solution. And he wasn't trying to, I guess he was trying to make sure that white people were not scared to help with this mission to desegregate and to give everyone equality, whereas Malcolm X was not really considering the feelings of white people, which, I mean, no doubt it shouldn't necessarily have to be considered. But Martin Luther King was thinking from a different standpoint where more people helping would be better, and more people means people of different races as well. So if you want more people, then you have to do things differently in order to gain the larger crowds. So that's kind of one of the major differences there. By any means necessary, like it says there, Malcolm X, he wants to achieve what he wants to achieve by any means necessary, meaning if we have to fight people, we have to fight people. So it wasn't just, okay, let's sit at a counter continuously, or let's protest and march. Because even with the march, we know that there were specific rules with the march, if you watch the video. So, hey, Kobe. So again, like, just not succumbing to government rules, power struggle between like whites and blacks. Malcolm X was like, no, this just needs to stop. And we're going to do it any way we possibly can. Okay, so who do you think you would side with then and today? So do you think that you would side with someone different prior to the rights that you've been given today? This is the assignment for Thursday. It says 514, I think, video. What is it? 514 Martin Luther King Jr. versus Malcolm X, resources and questions is what it's called. Okay, so do you think that during this time period, so the 1960s, do you think that you would have been a follower of Martin Luther King Jr. or of Malcolm X based on your personality? Martin Luther King Jr. I'd like to hear from some more people. I see that there's 7 people in here right now, so you don't see it? Let me see. You're right, it didn't get shared to the other classes. My bad. Only first period has it. I'm sorry about that. Now I feel really bad. Just give me a second and I'm gonna share it right now. I could have swore that I imported this into the other classes. Okay, so again, I'm really sorry that they were not imported into any other class but first period. That's my fault. Can we give me a break? I have pregnancy brain. We'll blame it on that. So basically, my dogs are going crazy like always. Okay, Martin Luther King Jr. in the 1960s. My mother was my father. Okay, so definitely like that divide in the house. I mean, they both essentially wanted the same thing. It was just the way they went about getting it. Elijah, shut up. I can't with you. Yeah, I did on Friday. Everything was good. I go again to the doctor a week from tomorrow. And then after that, every single week until Lucy finally arrives. 6 more weeks until she's here. I'll have to do some kind of like live for you guys if you want to see my baby, just so you can. I'm not friends with anyone on Facebook or do any of the social media stuff, so I'll have to come on here with her. Okay, so basically, I just want you to be able to defend why you would pick the side that you would, and would you be on the same side then as you are now, based on things that are happening in the news today. Do you think that peaceful means gets you anywhere in society today, or do you think that people still need to use violence in order to gain the rights that they need? Do you think, like, there's just tons of stuff going on right now in current events for you to connect this to? And I might actually, for the rest of the year, just do some current event discussions in here with questions based on articles that are current, because I haven't gotten any updated curriculum. So we might just go into current events because there's so much going on right now. Okay, so that was the first two questions that went with the comedy video. Now, the last two questions go with a longer, more informative video that I suggest you definitely use for your CER paragraph. It says, find a direct quote from the video. What does non-resistance mean in the words of Malcolm X? So, non-resistance. Non-resistance. What does it mean in the words Malcolm X? Okay, so most of you haven't watched the video. So let's just talk about what non-resistance means in general, because a lot of you didn't even have access to this video. So I'm not going to give the answers to it. And obviously I'm going to give slack on whether or not you did the assignments this week for Gritty Guru, because I didn't post it in everybody's section. So that's my fault. But in order to get Gritty Guru, you do need to have part 1 done from Monday's live. So make sure you have that assignment done if you're expecting to win this week. Okay, so non-resistance. Someone Google that. Someone. Awesome. Someone tell me what non-resistance means. I know it's my fault. To not follow the authority, non-resistance. To not resist. When the police officer says, do not resist me. So non-resistance. So if you're not resisting, what are you doing? If you're not resisting the cops come to your house and they want to handcuff you and you don't resist, what are you doing? Are you allowing them to handcuff you, or are you not allowing them to? Giving yourself up, you're letting it happen. Exactly. So non-resistance is the practice or principle of not resisting authority, even when it is unjustly exercised. At its core, discouragement of even opposition to physical resistance. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I'm sorry about that. There's like the mailman comes, and then FedEx comes, and UPS comes, and my dogs don't like any of them, so they're loud. Okay, so non-resistance. So now if we're thinking about, without even watching the video, not having a direct quote from it, do you think that Malcolm X would believe in non-resistance? Who would believe in non-resistance, Malcolm X or Martin Luther King Jr.? MLK, yeah. MLK would believe in it, exactly. That by any means necessary, we should not fight back. We should not, yes, exactly. Should not use violence in order to solve any of these problems, even if the police officers are showing violence. You should not be, yeah, he probably would punch them in the face, you're right. Not MLK, but Malcolm. Okay, so that is that first question that goes with the second video. So you need to find it. Remember, don't just write that. You need to find a quote from the video that supports it, so then you can then use that quote in your CER, okay? And I will be coming on next week to talk to you about those quotes once you have had more time to watch the videos yourself and help you with the evidence that goes into the CER that'll be due next Friday. So you'll have a whole week to work on that CER. That'll be your only assignment next week. Okay, so last question, find a direct quote from the video. What does Martin Luther King Jr. say about riots? So let's just define a riot first. So someone can go look up what a riot is. So, riot. What is a riot? A violent disturbance of peace by a crowd. Exactly, Majida. Thank you. Why? I'm confused by your comment, Elijah. Exactly. Thank you, Ponce. Thank you, Kobe. Thank you, Majida. And Elijah, I'm very confused by your comment. Okay, so basically, just like Majida said, I found the same thing, as well as what Ponce came up with, and then Kobe said it in his own words, a violent disturbance of peace by a crowd. So we're talking about Martin Luther King. Would he believe in violence? Martin Luther King Jr., violent or non-violent? Exactly. So would he believe in riots? No, exactly. He just wanted peaceful protest. Yes. So we have all of the answers except for the direct quotes that come from the videos that I posted to all the other sections now. Again, I'm really sorry that they weren't posted. It was posted first period or first block on Tuesday, so that you had enough time to watch the videos for this live. So we went over the answers. Basically, now you just need to watch the videos for direct quotes. So what I'd suggest is while you're watching the video, just have like a notepad out, or if you're watching it on a laptop and you have a phone, write in your notes portion of your phone, however you want to do it. Just make sure that you're writing down the quotes, you're pausing the video, maybe put the captions on so that you can get a direct quote from the video to prove both questions 3 and 4 that we just went over. So again, there's a comedy first. It's a Key and Peele. And then secondly, there's a longer documentary about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and their differences. That's going to be your CER, is comparing and contrasting who they were as people, what their goals were. They had the same goal, but how they went about going and doing it was different, which is probably what your claim is going to be, something similar to what I just said. But again, like I said, next week, I'll be helping you with your CER on Monday. If we need to go live on Thursday for office hours and help, I can come live, or we can decide to do a Zoom. we can figure that out on Monday. If you want me to create a Zoom link and have us go and actually interact in a Zoom instead of doing a live to help out with your CER. So again, this is it for today. If you have any trouble with the videos, she goes live at 8 at night because you guys voted for that. I'm not changing my live time because quite honestly, I'm in bed at 8 watching Netflix and I'm done with school at that time. But if you guys make it on here, all my videos are embedded into the assignments. I'll be doing that today. I'll be embedding this link into the assignment for Thursday so that you can just easily find this video right in the Canvas assignment and find the answers that go with it. And then I might embed, I probably won't though. I'll just embed this video into that assignment that I just posted. And then the CER assignment, I'll post my lives in that as well to help other people or my live. Again, if you have me on Remind, just text me and tell me if a Zoom would be helpful for you, because I'm 100% cool with doing Zooms with you next week. I can even do individual ones, just record them so that you can get the help that you need for your CER. And if you were in this Zoom, or sorry, if you were in this live and the live on Monday, and you have all of your assignments done by tomorrow at noon, then you have a pretty good chance of getting a Grubhub meal delivered to you. Okay, so you'd be into having a Zoom, Elijah? We can definitely set that up. Just message me on Remind so then I can send you a link to the Zoom, and we can set up a time and all of that for next week to do a Zoom with your CER. Okay, cool. If there's anything else, just text me on Remind and I'll help you out there. Again, hopefully this helps answer those questions. Again, I'm sorry that I didn't post it. Really thought that I had shared it through the comments on Canvas. My bad. If you need anything, though, text me on Remind. And have a great day. Bye, guys.